Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to my recap of Season 2, Episode 13 of Queen Sugar. You know how crazy this episode was? That we found out Aunt Vi's diagnosis. We found out that she has lupus. That was the least crazy thing that happened to the Borderlone women the whole damn episode. So Aunt Vi has lupus. It's a chronic illness. She's devastated. And to make the situation even worse, Hollywood is not there. He's away at a deposition. I'm going to imagine that has something to do with when the ship he was on caught on fire. I felt really, really bad for her. Aunt Vi does do enough self-care to call Darla and tell her, look, I'm not going to be able to host your dinner. Darla's parents are coming in town. She hasn't seen them in 6 years. I know a lot of y'all are here to hear what I have to say about Darla, and we'll get to that. Let me get through Nova and Charlie first. Speaking of Charlie, I did not realize that Charlie and Remy had not had the brown sex. I just thought they hadn't shown it. Remy is ready to get it popping. He invites Charlie to dinner and he suggests that there will be dessert. Charlie got on her good thong. Remy looks like he's going for a snack and he starts talking about forever. Charlie just goes full awkward black girl and freezes. Remy notices because he has emotional intelligence. He's like, what's wrong? And Charlie was like, well, I mean, you said forever. Did you mean like forever, ever? And he's like, no, I was just, talking. And she was like, oh, okay, carry on. He was like, no, now wait, like you're too unbothered. Then Remy wants to ask about, well, do you think you get married again? This is what y'all want to talk about? So he not gonna eat the box. Then he wants to talk about kids. Charlie's like, you mean like having a child? It just goes downhill from there. They didn't even get it popping. And they're like, oh, we have time to figure it out. I mean, you do, but y'all couldn't still have the sex? Nobody here is 16. Nobody thinks that, oh, because you have sex, it leads to forever. Your sister ain't no better. Nova gets on my goddamn nerves. So look, I kind of understood the Robert thing. Robert seemed to like the idea to create this big power couple vision with her. And I get how she could balk from that. But she's sitting there telling her girlfriend, oh yeah, like he kept trying to change me and I was doing these things that I didn't really want to do and wearing clothes I didn't want to wear. First of all, that's the best you've ever looked. And also, let's not act like Robert wasn't beneficial because everybody who meets you always talks about how you should have your own show. You're great on TV. You're amazing. And you want to be at this level. And that's cool if that's all you want. But it's not cool if you're not willing to rise above it because you're scared. You're telling your girl this story and old white bae walks in. The married dude who I think last time you saw him, he left his wife, he took you out, and his homeboy spit in your face. You see him, time freezes. The world only exists with the two of you in it. Nova tells him, come on by the house later. The man shows up. The man was like, look, I'm trying to risk it all. I love you. Nova says, I love you too. But, and then she goes off on this stupid rant about my people, my community. I can't serve the people. Then come home to a cop. The man just told you the only reason he became a cop was because his daddy thought he should. Tell him to quit his job. She was like, you don't ask about the things that are important to me. So tell him to ask that. You love this man. You gonna tell the man to get the out the same way you did Robert. Nova, let me ask you, girl, do you want a partner? Good people keep coming into your life and you keep telling them to get to stepping like you Martin. Because you put these two men out. You was dating an old girl. You put her out too. If you want to be alone, then just be alone. Like, what is it that you want, Nova? I'm unclear. Because right now, you're on this sad revolutionary trajectory that all you could do is serve the people. The revolution ain't going to keep you warm at night. Black lives matter, and so does a warm bed, ma'am. God damn it, Darla. Darla has spent 2 seasons walking around looking melancholy, the saddest person who ever did sad. We felt bad for Darla. We got upset with people who were too shady to Darla because we're like, look, old girl is out here trying. This poor girl, her parents have abandoned her. She putting up with Ralph Angel and his tragic masculinity, insecurity. We really been out here with the emotional strings pulled for Darla. Darla called her parents a few episodes ago. Her parents decided to come down. I'm thinking Darla coming from a messed up situation with people who don't love her. Darla's people showed up. The father looked bewildered, like, what the hell is this? I ain't raised you like this. But he kept his cool. Mom showed up looking like a snack, friendly, kind, open, loving. Darla, these ain't the people you've been describing all this time. Darla sits on the porch with her mother. She tried to put some bass in her voice, talking about, I wrote to you and you didn't respond. I don't really know if we're family. Her mother hit her with the Dikembe Mutombo. No, no, no. You're not going to tell them lies to me about me. She was like, Darla, we haven't spoken because you used to call us high. You used to call us begging for money. High. You used to call us begging for help. High. And we came down to get you and you wasn't here. We came to help you. You didn't want our help. You didn't respect our love. So we had to back up off you to protect ourselves from you. There's 3 sides to every story. Darla says, I felt abandoned. There was good reason for your parents to back away from you. I felt like I'd been a little manipulated, but I understood how Darla could feel that way because it had been 6 years. Darla goes to talk to Daddy. Daddy's not as open as Mommy is. Daddy says, you know what? I think you would make a good wife, but I think you need to start your marriage with some open communication and some honesty. I think you need to tell your fiance the truth. What more truth is there? Darla goes out to Ralph Angel in the field. She says, I have something to tell you. Ralph Angel says, you scaring me, Darla. Darla says that she not really sure if Blue is really Ralph Angel's baby. Girl, I died. Ralph Angel just walked off. He couldn't take it. It was too much for him. Look, I read this interview that Sister Ava did, I think yesterday, and she was talking about the love and the bond between Ralph Angel and Blue. Obviously, like, Ralph Angel's very brown. Blue is very lacking in melanin. I never questioned whether they were father and son. She wondered if the audience would ever say anything about it. And they didn't. Like an early episode, I wondered if Blue's mama was white. And then we met Darla, and Darla was like, hi, yellow. So I was like, oh, okay. Ralph Angel got them Kim Porter jeans. You know how, like, Quincy looks just like I'll Be Sure? He don't look a damn thing like Kim. And then Christian looks exactly like Diddy. I was like, oh, okay. Like, Ralph Angel is a strong man with weak genes. The kid just looks like his mama. You let this man walk around for 6 years thinking that this child was his and there was a question that it couldn't be? That's some cold-blooded. Earlier this season, Ralph Angel is going in on Darla. He was like, yeah, you did drugs just because you wanted to do drugs. I was robbing stores because I was trying to get money for milk and Pampers. He went to jail over a kid that may or may not be his. Then his family is watching the baby while you're off in rehab or high or wherever you were. Aunt Vi is watching Blue. She's supposed to be in her golden years, hanging out and chilling, not raising a baby. Father Ernest, remember when Nova went in on Ralph Angel? She was like, you were off in jail. Daddy was out here working as a janitor trying to pay for your kid. Ernest, in his golden years, should have been chilling, should have been looking at the land every day, sipping some coffee. He was out there working as a janitor to help pay for his grandson, who may or may not be his grandson. And your never said a word, not even when that man put a goddamn ring on your finger. And then you called your family, who knew the whole damn story, had them come down from D.C. to Louisiana, and you still ain't told that man the whole truth? Talking about we getting married. Really? All that conversation you made about amends and accountability and responsibility and apologies and I'm a different person. The one thing that you really needed to say to the one person who need to hear it, you didn't say something until your daddy came and shamed you into doing it. Darla, I think you're going to have to be going back to your trailer right about now. He going to take care of that baby, though. He not going to abandon Blue, and the family's not going to abandon Blue. But you, I don't know about you, girl. I don't know what your trajectory holds among the Borderlone people. I wouldn't rock with you. I don't know, Miss Darla. I like you. I wish you the best. But girl, you done stepped in here. Thanks for watching. As always, hopefully I'll be here next week. Girl, bye.